now we're down at 24 South Morgan Street, the site of Pure, which was one of the more interesting stories of 2008 because the developer, Sunrise Development, disbanded right as the building was being, construction on the building was being wrapped up, and I think the principal of that company skipped town. And but looking at the building right now, I see a banner on here that that leads me to believe that this one's getting back on track. There's a new website listed on there, and it says that prices are starting in the 260s right now. We hadn't heard anything from this development for at least 3 months or so, and but we had been told by someone with the marketing team that it was going to get back on track, and that sales were going to continue. Doesn't look like anybody's living in there as of yet. I don't see any window treatments on any of the windows yet. I think they did have a model unit set up, and I can see that cabinetry has been installed in at least some of the lower floors here. But again, we don't have word on if marketing has begun again. If it has, we'd love to get in here and have a look around. We've never been in the building, and it's definitely a very interesting looking building. The website that's listed on the banner in front of me is purewestloop.com. All right, this is one that regular Yo readers should be pretty familiar with. It's called Mod, and we're in the 1200 block of West Madison Street. This one's being developed by Chicago Greystone and Still Point Development, and it's been in the works for quite a while. It's a two-phase project, so what we're looking at is phase 1, and theoretically phase 2 should fill this large vacant lot right across the street from me. Now, this is one development that if phase 2 doesn't happen to materialize, and in this market, you never know what to expect. I don't really think the building benefits from not having that. I mean, you're looking at a big blank wall. Almost looks like it should have some sort of billboard or advertisement on it, and it really looks like half of this development is missing. But you have to look at it as it is, and it's a pretty interesting addition to the Madison Street corridor, I guess, where most of what we've seen around here is basically just a lot of red brick with big balconies on the street side. Whether or not it merits the name Mod, I don't know if I'm qualified to comment on that. Looks like some of the paint is already streaking on there. Could be some weather damage, or not sure. But there you have it. I'm not sure that the sales center has moved into the building yet, but when it does, we hope to come down and have a look at their new model unit. Right now, I'm across the street from what has been called the West Loop Promenade. It's a large, maybe 2 or 3 acre site, and it was supposed to have a bunch of retail, and it was going to be anchored by a I think it was a Sundance movie theater and a couple hundred condominiums. And since it was written up in the Chicago Sun-Times in early summer, we haven't heard a peep out of this place. except for other condo developers. We've seen a number of them actually marketing their homes as being close to the future Sundance movie theater. So we'll go look at some other stuff in the area.